Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. More Newcastle news. A huge bombshell regarding Saint-Maximin has came out today, as well as our injury updates, as well as even some transfer news. So yeah, plenty to talk about today. But as always, guys, you're new to the channel, make sure to get down there, subscribe, smash that button, enjoy. Appreciate your support as always. As always, all the news will come out on this channel, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of it. Yeah, also match day tonight, the under-23s will be playing against North Shields in the Senior Cup semi-final. So I will be at that game. Vlog will be up later on tonight. So listen guys, you're not doing anything tonight, make sure you get yourselves down at that game. Support your non-league teams. It's going to be a very interesting game. I actually think Newcastle, it's going to be a hard match for them, don't I think North Shields will be the favourite in the game. So fingers crossed Newcastle get over the line. I know a lot of people do like the non-league clubs. For me though, it'll always be Newcastle through and through. But anyway though, without further ado, let's get into the news. First thing I want to talk about is the future of St James's Park. Now, Eddie from Tyneside Life yesterday uploaded a video talking about his theory and what could potentially happen to the stadium in the future. Now, I'm not going to respond to it just yet. I'm going to do more research first, I think within the next couple of weeks or so. I'm going to make a video eventually and I'll see if there's any contradictions in there or see if I agree with them. So that'll be something interesting to do because, again, my stadium knowledge isn't the best. I kind of want to get better with it. So I think that's a good test for me, really, just to actually get some research done at St James's Park, because that's going to be huge for the future of this football club. I think we'll move eventually, just whether we stay in Newcastle or not. I'm still not too sure. I want to do more research first, but yeah, just a heads up there. Let's get a good injury update out of the way first. Javier Manquillo is back in training this week. I'm not sure how involved he'll be against Brentford on Saturday, but I believe he'll be at least on the bench. I think he'll get some game time against them. We're preparing him this week, so chances are he will travel down with the squad on Saturday, which is going to be a huge one because I'm a big fan of Manquillo. I think he's a long-term player at the football club. He's someone that can play both sides as a full-back, which is huge. And he's good at both sides as well, not just a Richie, for example, where he's kind of on and off in those positions. So he can actually play well in both positions. So, but me, Manquillo is definitely someone you want to keep for squad depth in the long term. And he's going to be huge to have a right-back come this weekend. I think him and Target are full-backs. My word, that would be a good pairing, even with Kieran Trippier out. So yeah, that's some good news there. I'm not sure how fit he'll be, but I believe he'll get some game time against Brentford, at the very least be on the bench, which is a huge boost for Newcastle. Again, match of the season, that Burnley win yesterday. Look at that league table now, it's tight. Even a draw on Saturday won't be too bad, but a Brentford win, that is going to be bad for Newcastle, like really bad. So we need to get at least a draw against them, but we should really be going for a win against them. I'd be disappointed if we draw, so we've got to go down there looking for those 3 points, especially how I've been playing lately. We're by far, I think, a better team than Brentford, on paper. And for Newcastle, fingers crossed, but we've got to get the job done. Let's talk about the main man now, Bruno. Now, a lot of people actually think he's going to start against Brentford on Saturday due to his tweets a couple of days ago. It is an interesting one. I'm not sure if I think he's going to start or not. I get why people think he's going to start. A lot of people just assume that because of his tweets he's excited for the game, that he hasn't really put it on for any other matches, so they feel like there's a reason why he's excited. But they normally don't get the lineups he cast it to about a day before the game, no. So unless Eddie Howe actually spoke to him and said, listen, you're going to play on Saturday, like, he wouldn't do that really. He normally puts a line like a day before the match, so I don't think the player would know yet if he's going to play or not. I mean, I could be wrong, potentially he will start on Saturday and I'm talking a load of rubbish, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% in that one. People do think he's going to start based off that tweet, but I'm still a bit, not too sure. I do want to see him play, though. I think the midfield at the minute, though, the midfield's just playing well, so I don't see the point in changing up. Like, why change your midfield up if the midfield's not doing anything wrong? That's kind of the point of having squad depth. It's your spot in the pitch until you play bad, then you get taken out of that spot. That's kind of the point, really, so no, I wouldn't change the midfield up personally. I think Willock, Shelby, Jordan, those 3 together are playing very well. When we lose a match or when the midfield doesn't play well, then I will put Bruno in. But until then, personally, no. I would still keep him on the bench despite the fact, I mean, he is a better player, to be fair. But no, I think the midfield's playing well and I don't think it's a good idea to change up at the current time. Let's talk about the huge bombshell now regarding Saint-Maximin. What is going on? That's all I can say, really. What is going on with him at the minute? He is currently in France at Rehab, which is, I mean, alright. So at first we were taught that he's going to be back for the Brentford match, which is what I reported on. And then he hasn't been in training all week long, so he's in France recovering. his Helios tournaments in Monaco as well, which is his board game essentially that he promotes, and I think he owns as well, as far as I'm aware. So that's going on at the same time. We're getting reports from Lee Ryder coming out saying it's not a late call and he could still potentially play the Brentford match. Well, if he hasn't trained with the team this week, how is he supposed to be in for the Brentford game? What? I don't get this. What is actually going on here? Like, why is he in France? He's rehab. All he's got is a knock. So it's weird. I'll tell you what I honestly think now. I believe that. Well, I've got to be careful really because I don't know what the hell's going on here. But I personally believe that he will not play on Saturday. He has to train in some capacity for the game on Saturday, surely. So I believe he's been told that he will not be playing this week. They want to rest him one more match because they don't want to risk him getting a worse injury, for example, like Karen Wilson, who's out for God knows how long now. So I believe they'll rest him for one more match. They believe they can beat Brentford without him. And he'll be back for, I think it's the Brighton match we've got next. So that's what I believe anyway. But again, there's so many different opinions coming out here. Again, that Lee Ryder one before saying he's could potentially be back for the game on Saturday. I mean, if he hasn't trained all week, surely not. But I don't know what's going on here. I really don't know what's going on. Even some Newcastle fans on Twitter now are starting to question what's going on behind the scenes. Starting to link Helios as well into these Newcastle games. So I don't know. I'm not going to accuse him of anything. I hope he recovers, and whenever he does play again, I hope he'll be match fit. It's weird. It's a bit sus, you could say, but fingers crossed he gets better soon. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think, but I haven't got a clue, to be honest. This is a dodgy one. Now it's time for some transfer news. Yep, I didn't think I'd be saying that at the end of February, but here we are. This is something that I think Newcastle will actually take advantage of throughout this season. As players come towards the end of their contracts now, Jonathan David, a player that will leave League One at the end of the season. Again, the same team of Botman plays for me at ads, but the point is he's going to leave in the free in the summer. And that's something Newcastle I think will plan on doing with certain players. I don't know if this one will happen in the end. If anyone watches the team review, by the way, I know Ryan, the Canadian, on there, well, he absolutely adores Jonathan David. So, yeah, I see you. I think it will be a good strike to get him, but regardless of what happens here, this is something I think Newcastle will actually do quite a bit this season. The only problem regarding these sort of signs is the fact that Newcastle are still uncertain. We can still get relegated this season, which might tempt players off from not coming to the club due to the uncertain future. However, though, we know that contracts are going to run down. We know that players want to go on a free, want to sign big money contracts. That's something I think Newcastle will take advantage of because there'll be a lot of good football players. Even like Mbappe, for example, will probably leave in the summer, but obviously we're not going to get him. But the point are those calibre sort of players will actually come available. So something towards our level at the minute, I think, yeah, we'll definitely try and get some in. We'll keep an eye on Jonathan David, keep an eye on what happens within the next couple of months or so. But keep an eye on that, though, because I think that'll be huge for the future. I think these sort of deals will happen because players will run their contracts down, and a club like Newcastle, with all that money, will just come and go, hello, here's your wages, come to this football club. So, yeah, there's a bit of transfer news for you there. Finally, I want to talk about Kieran Trippier, because despite having a long-term injury, he's still heavily involved in Newcastle. It came out now that he wants to be involved in the sidelines for the matches. So, Kieran Trippier, the coach, this guy, what can this guy not do, to be honest? He's such a good signing. Again, £12 million. Even when he's injured, he's still adding to the team. He's still trying to kick the players on that are playing. So it's class to see. Whenever he retires, it'll be great to have one in the club if he decides to stay at Newcastle, or a manager or a coach or whatever. He's still got a lot of life in football after his time is up. So he's such a good sign. He's literally the best sign we'll make for years yet. He's someone that's going to seriously just kick the team on, like I said before. He's going to motivate the team, and he's just going to give them that aura that they needed, that sort of experience. He has it all. He's such a good one to get in. So Kieran Trippier, can class him pretty much as a coach now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see him on the sideline. It'd be crazy seeing Eddie Howe and Kieran Trippier celebrating from the touchline. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Class to see again, though, someone that clearly wants to work his arse off for the club, which is all we ever wanted as fans. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching the video today. A lot of news, as always, this football club. It's never boring. Now, though, we've got to focus on that game on Saturday. Like I said, I will be at a no-shoes match today, so I hope I see plenty of you guys down there. But yeah, that Saturday game, though, is going to be the match of the season once again. I've said it so many times, but just when you see the point tallies, it's just so important. We've got to get a result down there. We cannot lose that game. We can't do it. Just don't do it. So yeah, 6 games unbeaten now. We're on a good streak. We can keep this up. Saint-Maximin out will be a huge one. However, the likes of Mankill come back in, potentially Bruno starting. I'm confident we can get something down there. It had to go for the window. We can't lose the game, like I said. A draw would be disappointing, but not a disaster. But anyway, guys, let me know down below what are your predictions for the game. What do you think just for the summer window in terms of these signings or even the injuries I've got at the minute? What do you think about them? But anyway, guys, as always, I appreciate your support. And I'll see you all tonight.